And today we are talking to the Vidor High School basketball team and Coach Hoyt. Thank you for taking some time out of practice to talk to us. So, Coach, give us a little bit about your background.
So I grew up playing basketball for Hoyt Jefferson. That's where I really got into basketball. And went to college, didn't know really what I wanted to do. So my love always came back to basketball. So I got into coaching summer camps around the area. And then I ended up switching my major and focusing on education. And about 6 years in, here I am.
Just like curiosity is that like most coaches that I've talked to, when they decide that they want to go into coaching, they either think back to a coach they had when they were younger that was like a role model, or like maybe was there a coach that like you may have like sat there and go, I want to coach like him, I want to be like him. Is there like somebody that kind of influenced your decision?
Absolutely. Coach Todd Sutherland, he was the head coach at Hardin Jefferson when I played there. He's now the head coach at East Chambers. Uh, Great guy, amazing to play for. We had a ton of success when I played for him. And just all that success and all the fun that goes with coaching was really why I got into it.
Coaches usually have like maybe like a philosophy or like something that they bring to like the team, or like an expectation level that they have when they're doing practice, when they're getting ready for the games. What are like some of like philosophy or expectations you have for your team?
Um, Coaching philosophy wise, I'm big on like space. We really want to let our shooters space the floor. We want to run when we can, and we want to be very disciplined defensively. Okay. So my practice plans are very detail oriented. We follow a script. We get the drills we need to do, and then we implement a very disciplined game plan defensively. Offensively, I like to create the space and give the players the freedom to be creative. But defensively, that's my time. We're going to be as disciplined as we can.
And suppose a sixth grader, seventh grader, eighth grader, he's down at the junior high or the middle school, and he's like, Coach, I want to play basketball for you when I get to high school. What would be some of the things you would tell him to get ready for now so he's prepared?
Um, Number one thing, if you want to get on the floor, you can always be a great shooter. I think that's the easiest way. It's such a needed skill set at the high school level. So the more time you spend in the gym getting shots up is always a great thing. The next thing is every time you're on the basketball floor, whether it's pickup or practice or a game, you got to show me effort, right? If you can't shoot the ball, I better see 100% effort all the time, or it's going to be very tough to get on the floor.
You started your practice this morning, if I remember you saying. How does the team look so far?
So the team looks very good. We have a very young team, but I think we have a very talented team. Okay. So we're bringing back only, I think, three varsity players who played a lot of varsity time last year, but we're bringing up a couple people from the freshmen and JV who are major contributors. And I think we're going to gel very nicely, especially once our football guys get done with their playoff push and they join us. I think we'll gel together very nicely.
And what are some of the games that I know that I don't want to ask you how you think your season will go, because I assume every coach goes in with the mindset that he wants to go as far as he possibly can. But what are some like games that you're kind of looking forward to this season?
So, games, obviously you're focused on district the most importantly. I mean, we have a very, very stacked district. I mean, it starts with Silsby at the top, who made a state semifinal run last year. Super talented team, super talented players, amazing program over there. So that's always fun to go up against a team like that. But then we have kind of some district rivalries here that we really want to take advantage of and get the wins there, like West Orange Stark, Bridge City, Lumberton. We really want to handle our own and win those games.
For people in the community, what are some ways that other than just like like going to the games, what are some ways that you would like to see them support the basketball program?
Number one, like you said, come to the games. I think that's very important. Number two, I think we just need to kind of establish more of a winning culture over here. So, and I think that starts at the little dribblers level, teaching the kids how to play the game the right way, how to really focus on playing as a team, playing with effort, doing the little things it takes to win a basketball game. If we get that instilled in kids at a little dribblers level, onto the middle school level, and then at the high school level, and all the parents and people who are involved with those programs really buy into that, I think it goes a long way.
And you're in practice right now. So when is your first scrimmage game, and when is your first regular game?
So our first scrimmage will be here at Vidor November 5th. That's a Saturday because we don't want to interfere with the football game still going on. So that'll be November 5th, Saturday against Kelly and P&G. It'll be a 3-team scrimmage. Really looking forward to that. Just kind of see where we stack up against some good teams. And then our first actual game will be November 15th in Orangefield. And that is where I previously have coached. So it'll be fun.
Hey, let's see. Is basketball the only sport you play, or are there other sports that you play as well?
I play football, and that's it. Football and basketball.
What position do you play in football?
Outside linebacker.
Who do you play this Friday?
Oh, Huffman. We play Huffman.
So, how do you balance playing two sports that are kind of overlapping? Is there and still keeping your grades up? Does it take a lot of discipline on your part?
Yeah, so I really football all through the season, and then as soon as that ends, then start going to play basketball. A little rusty at the beginning.
When you were younger, was there a point in which you like just wanted to play basketball? Was it just kind of like a natural thing? Was what led you to want to play basketball on the high school level?
Well, I always played with my brother, like outside every day when we were little kids. Then I joined little leagues, and ever since little leagues, I've just loved it.
You did decide on when you decide on like a college or a career goal, if you could play either football or basketball on the college level, or maybe even eventually the pro level, would it be something you were interested in?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Is there kind of like, for instance, having played football and having played basketball, is there a game that just kind of like sets out in your mind as like one of your most memorable, or one of your fondest memories?
Lumberton, our district game last year for football.
So is there a reason that it kind of like sticks out, or is it just because of like the experience?
Yeah, we were probably down like 28 at half or like 20 something, and we were playing terrible first half. And then we go in at halftime, started playing or talking to each other as a team, come out second half, and we came back and won by one point to win district.
Nice. Well, it was nice talking to you, and I hope you the best of luck against Huffman this Friday. I'll definitely be rooting for the team.
You too. Thank you.
And who am I talking to now?
Bryce Lofton, sophomore.
Uh, do you play just basketball, or do you play other sports as well?
Yes, sir. I just play basketball.
And what position do you play?
Shooting guard and point guard and small forward. It just really depends on the lineup.
How long have you played basketball? Is this something that you've played pretty much for years, or
I started when I was 8 years old, and I'm about to turn 16, so about 7 years.
do you plan on trying to play it in college?
Yes, sir.
For the positions that you have, for somebody who didn't know what a point guard was or didn't know what the other positions you played, what exactly are those positions?
Well, point guard, you can dribble and pass and kind of generate the floor, and you can get shots up. Kind of just do the offense, just run the offense, and then like shooting guard, you kind of just catch and shoot and drive when you need to, get rebounds. And small forward, you kind of just play more inside, get jumpers and like get rebounds and stuff.
What do you think of your team's chances this year?
I think we got a really good shot. Our toughest matchup is definitely gonna be Silsbee, so that's basically what we're like working for. That's our main goal, is to beat Silsbee.
And do you have a game that kind of stands out in your memories, like one that you have like really good memories of, one that you kind of like think about fondly?
Uh, Probably LCM game last year. That was a game I scored like a lot of points and I just did really good. That was probably my best game last year.
Well, nice. It was great talking to you, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Sure.
I believe you're Tanner.
Xander.
Xander, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
So what positions do you play?
I play shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. I
And
just
is basketball the only sport you play?
off, and I'm thinking about playing track this year too.
Nice. Do you have a particular race or thing in track that you're interested in?
I was thinking about doing the 400 because I ran it in practice a couple days ago, and I did pretty good in it. So I'm pretty interested in doing that.
And do you plan on trying to play basketball when you make it to college?
Definitely, that's the main goal that I have.
If for all the time that you've played basketball, is there a game or an event that happened that just kind of like sticks out in your mind as something that's like, a really, really good memory?
Yes, sir. Last year when we played Lumberton, we went to like 3 overtimes. We ended up losing, but it was still a really good game. But it was just like really well played for both teams, and it was just a good game.
And how does overtime work in basketball? Do you just add a period or?
Yes, sir. It's like I think it's like 5 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and you just play, and it's whoever comes out at the end is the winner.
If down the road after your college years were up, would you ever consider coaching basketball?
Yes, sir. My dad coached junior high basketball for a little bit when he was younger, and so just being around basketball so long that I would be really interested in doing that later on.
If you happened to be in the halls and ran into like a middle schooler or junior high kid or just a kid like in Vidor in general, and he said that he wanted to play basketball when he got to high school, what was some experiences that or just advice that you would give him as to how he could prepare himself as a student and as a student athlete to play basketball?
Well, just like Coach Hoyt said, as long as you just stay in the gym and you just keep working hard, then you can really do anything you want to.
For the playoff, for the scrimmage game, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to have you back on really soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Coach, I just want to say that you guys are welcome to come back on at any time, especially as the season gets on further to tell us how the season's going, and we will be definitely rooting for you this season.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.